Hi guys, today we're going to show you how to make a barometer. Do you know what a barometer is, Katie? A barometer is a tool that meteorologists use to measure the pressure in the air pressure, okay? So this isn't the kind that they use, but you can make one at home, and that's what we're going to show you how to do so that you can see if the air pressure is high or low, okay? So here's what you're going to need. A glass jar, a straw, a balloon that you can cut. What's this called?
Rubber band.
A paper clip, scissors, and some kind of glue. We're using super glue, but you can use pretty much any glue if you don't have super glue. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your balloon and you're going to cut it. You want to cut off this part, but you don't want to cut too high because we're going to need to stretch the balloon over the mouth of the jar. So make sure that you don't cut it too small, otherwise it won't work. So we're going to start probably more like around here. I don't want to accidentally cut it too small because this is the only balloon that we could find.
There's more in the drawer.
Okay, so just cut it like maybe a little bit lower, like right there. Okay,
No, it's not even.
It doesn't really matter. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna stretch it over the mouth. It's got mustaches on it. Hopefully it'll be okay.
It's just a normal balloon.
We're gonna stretch it over the mouth of the jar, and we want to make sure that it's really tight. So, oh, it's perfect. So you want to pull it. I don't even know if it needs a rubber band. This one's really tight. But put a rubber band. Wait. You're going to put a rubber band on it to make sure that it stays, but we first want to make sure that there's no wrinkles in the top because, can you see? We want to make sure that it's really, really tight because this is how we're going to measure the pressure of the air. Just pull the sides down. It's really, really tight already. So.
Can't get it.
I know. That's not what I said. Okay, so we're making sure. The thing is, like, that was the tip of the balloon, so there's a little wrinkle there. You're not going to be able to get that out, but I think it might be fine the way it is. I just want it to be better. It's important that you do things well. Okay?
Like your grades.
Do your grades well, yeah.
Shush.
Alright, I'm just tightening it a little bit. Alright, I think that's a little better. I don't know.
I messed it up.
No, you didn't. We're going to put this rubber band around here twice, I think. Yeah.
I'm doing this one too.
It's going to make it super secure. You don't want any air leaking out or that will defeat the purpose.
And this thing's going to break.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Break on me.
Okay, so we've got air in our jar. All done. I'm just kidding. We're not done. The next step is to take your straw. If you have a straw that is like bendy on one end, cut off the bendy part. We want to make sure that it's just a straight straw. I'm using a paper straw. You can use paper, plastic, whatever kind of straw you have. The next thing we're going to do is put glue on one. Ooh, this is going to be... Don't get this on your skin. If you're using super glue, you might want to ask a parent because it's so sticky. It'll stick your fingers together.
Then you have to rip them apart and your skin would come off.
That would not be good. So put some glue. You really don't need that much that I did. You hold that because it's really just making sure that this is attached to the end. So putting the glue part right there in the middle of your jar, okay? And the rest is gonna be sticking off like this. So I'm just gonna, I'm not liking, see how there's like kind of a divot? I hope that's okay. I think,
yeah, put some more glue.
Okay. That's a lot of glue. A little goes a long way. Why? How is glue on the top gonna help? What a mess. Okay.
I'm gonna put the lid.
This this will probably happen to you as well. It's okay. So we're just gonna sit here and let it dry. Okay, while this is drying, the next thing you need, some sort of pointer. So you might use like a needle, a toothpick would probably work really well. You could make a little arrow out of paper. I'm using a paper clip because when I bend it, so just the small kind of paper clip, I bended one end out so it looks like that. Just bent one end out. It works well for my straw because, okay, it works well because so see that end, the thicker end of the paper clip is the part that I'm going to put into the straw, and it just fit perfectly that it held it tight. So that's why I chose the paper clip. So I just slid that in so that we have a pointer, on the end of our straw. This is going to point to show us what the pressure is, and we'll get to that part next, okay? But you want some sort of pointer. If you use like a toothpick or a needle, you could just tape it, like make it stick out and then tape around like the outside of the straw to keep that there. But if you have a paper clip, this works great as a pointer. All right, so this glue is really not really working for us super well. The straw just keeps moving a lot. So we're gonna try just using tape.
Scotch tape.
I'm just gonna put it right over top here.
It's a miracle.
And I think that's just gonna hold it there. I'm not making it tight, and I'm not making the tape really touch the balloon at all. I don't know if you can tell. The tape's just going kind of straight over top. It's not really touching the balloon because I don't want to mess with the air pressure, but I think that will just secure it. All right, friends, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna tape our piece of paper onto the wall. Doesn't really matter how you do this, but you want it to be, basically at the level of where the pointer. So the pointer is going to be pointing at this piece of paper. So anywhere that that is level with your pointer. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move our barometer close to the piece of paper, not quite touching, but you want it really close because you're going to make a mark with your pen to show where the air pressure is at. So right now it is. This is very precise, okay? Basically, when the air pressure changes, the pointer will go up or down a little bit, okay? So right now, I'm going to move it close. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull up, and if you have an iPhone or an iPad, or really anything, if you pull up the weather app and you scroll down, if you're in your area, it can actually tell you what the pressure is, okay? So right now, it's 29.8. So I'm gonna mark that down.
Why is it phone turn off?
29.8. So I just marked that with a line right here.
29.
Where our thing is pointing at right now. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, just for fun, is we're gonna go get a blow dryer. Look at this rising. The top is starting to rise. The air is expanding. Yeah,
oh, that is. Touch it. It's.
Yeah, and the tape, this is where the tape was a bad idea, or why they wouldn't want you to do the tape, is it's kind of actually holding it back. Like it might want to rise even more, but the tape is now not allowing it. So when this rises, this goes down. Did you see that?
This is going up, which is pushing this down.
All right, so that was our second line down there after we heated up the jar. So I want you to experiment with this a little bit. Try some different things. Maybe you could put it in an ice bath or something like that. See what you can find out.